Okay, I promised somebody I would come online and do these red pears. They passed out all kinds of red pears. I had never, ever seen a red pear in my life. I'm 63 and never seen a red pear. Actually, when the lady, my friend, brought them to me, Sue brought them, I thought they were apples because she brought them in a box. And I looked down and I thought, well, them's apples, but they're not apples. They're pears. And I asked people, have you ever seen red pears? And a lot of the people I asked said no. So I called my mom. She's 90 years old. She should know something about pears. So she said these red pears are like the Cadillac of cars, only in pears. She said these are the best. So I told her I would bring her some. But right now, I'm going to do a taste test on them and see what I can do with these pears. Because I have a big roaster, Tom, filled up with the pears out of that box. So this, you can tell a lot about a fruit. I washed these, but I left this on. It's 94417 USA. Okay, and it says CHELAN, Shaylin. So if you look that up on your Google, it'll tell you a lot about the pear, which I did not do yet. I went by what my mom was telling me. If all else fails, call somebody that knows what they're doing. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and try these. I've got an idea what I want to do. I'm just going to go ahead and peel this, okay? And I'm dangerous with a peeler, so I'm going to have to be very careful. I'm going to peel this, but you could probably, I mean, just, I don't know, eat it like a pear, like an apple, whatever. But I want to peel this so I can taste it really good. Let me get a piece. I didn't bring that one over. I got the wrong knife. Oh, this is smooth. Okay. It's good. I think they're the perfect ripeness right now. Now, what I want to do, what I'm thinking, I don't know how many I'll get to do because I know my husband's not going to like my idea. We're 2 decades apart and he likes things real plain and I like things a little different. But I'll tell you, I've got these hot tamales. Let's stick one in my mouth. I'm thinking about taking them and making a simple syrup and peeling these. And when, see this, in the middle of them hot tamales, you can take the cinnamon off of this and then drain it. And then the gel inside these hot tamales will stay. That's what I was thinking about doing, taking the candy part off, the cinnamon part, I'm melting it down and making a simple syrup. And then canning some spicy cinnamony pears. I'm going to get that taste together. just to see what I think. I really like that taste together, but I couldn't wait to get home today, but I was so tired. The baby had fixed my hair so many ways I couldn't even go to the store or nothing. I had to come home. But um, this is really good. I mean, I don't know who in MacArthur and around got these pears. Several people had asked me if I wanted some. And I said, no, I've got so much stuff now I've got to do. I've got a big thing of apples right here in front of me. We usually eat these, though. And I don't know. I've been switching my house around. I thought, I don't know if I want to deal with them. Well, I'm going to deal with them because it's a good pear. Especially after Mom told me that they were really good pear. They're not, now these are packed full of benefits too. It's got like folic acid and I forget what all it's got in it. I looked it up. It's got a lot of health benefits in it. These pears do, these red pears. I don't think they're quite as sweet as another kind of like yellow pear, but they are tasty. They don't have to be sweeter. So I think they're really good. And Dot, you was asking me, my friend Dot in Zalaski was asking me about making pear sauce. I think you can make some good, like applesauce, but pear sauce out of this. It's got a little bit of a different texture, but I still think it would make some good pear sauce, and it would be easy to make. I may do some of that too. What I was going to do, excuse me, that candy with that thing kind of went down the hole. Talking and eating. My mom always told me don't talk and eat at the same time. My daughter tells me that too. I don't know. One of them every day would be nice. But I do have a big roaster full, and I thought about canning some pears because we used to buy pears when the grandkids was little by the case. They loved them so much. Let me cut one of these. So if you got any of these pears, look it up, Google it on this. You'll see all the good benefits of it and stuff, which my mom told me. And now, I'm going to cut this down the middle. This other one. Now, who did I see do this? I think it was Bev Foley on our half-acre homestead. I watch her a lot on her stuff because she's simple and makes it real plain and easy for you. It's on YouTube. And I watched her last night. I was looking at pears, but she had pears right off of her tree. So she did this. She had a melon baller or something, or a spoon. I think this might be something, I don't know what this is. But she went right down here. Let's see. She said to take this off, I think. This part here. I got the knife on the wrong side there. The stem on my finger. And she said, take this. Now, this is not my idea. She showed me last night. Well, I seen it on her. And just kind of go up through there. Dot, if you see this, it'll be a good idea. And it takes that little stem out. It takes it right out of there. Well, I'll do another one here. I think she used one of these. I don't know where I got this, but I was happy when I seen it in my drawer. So she just went down like that, and kind of went back up and just pulled that stem right out of there, out of her pears. See, that comes right out of there. So if you wanted to, do baked pears, there's a recipe for baked pears with stuff in them. I kind of like with pears and stuff, I like kind of just like Tom, a plain pear. But now Fiona in Ireland, a friend in Ireland, she said these would be dandy for, you take one, stand it up in your cake mix, and let that bake in your cake when it's baking. I don't know how, but she said it was really a really fancy, nice thought that she had. So maybe she'll share that a little bit more with us about how to do that, because I've never stood a pear in my cake mix when I'm cooking it or baking it. So there's all kinds, I guess, of ideas to do with these. But look how nice these turns out. That Bev Foley, when I watch her, I looked up pears last night, and I always look up what I want to do, and then if she pops up on YouTube, then I watch it. But right there, see how nice that ends up coming out if you do it the way she said to do it. It's so easy to take them out of there. Now, I'm going to try a piece with the peel on it. Do you hear that crack? Once you do that, the way she said, you could eat all that, half of that whole pear, no problem. It's very, very good. And I know a lot of people got these. Now, if you want to make, pears, you can just make, you don't have to can them. Take some of your pears and make a simple syrup. A simple syrup is very simple. Like, you can take and make them as sweet as you want. I forget how much I use. I've never canned pears before in my applesauce. But you take as much sugar and add water. Add water and then take the sugar and put in as sweet as you want it or unsweet. It's up to you. But I will put a little sugar in these simple syrup if I can them. If I could eat these quick enough, I wouldn't can them. There's no way we can eat a whole roaster of them, these pears, and a whole great big bowl of apples, me and Tom. I mean, there's just no way. So I think I'm going to have to can some of them. But what I want to do is take some of them and just cook them in a simple syrup and put them in one of my Tupperware bowls and eat on them this week. It's a nice dessert, and then we could actually, just eat them like this. Tom said he ate one today while I was babysitting. I like the feel of the ripeness of it right now. I mean, to me, they're perfect. My mom said that she thought, but not for sure, there was something else you should do to these before you can them. The only thing I can think of is get you some lemon juice in your water while you're cutting them up and stuff. That's the only thing I could think. Because I always put lemon juice in my water when I'm getting ready to can or do anything, especially with apples. But I will show you again what she said to do. It works. She said just cut that in the middle. Now, these came, I didn't go get food. I don't go up there to get it, but people always give me stuff. So I know better than to go. And but they give it away to everybody, and these pears was in that giveaway this week. So they're probably, everybody got some good pears. Okay, now she said just to take that middle and run that right up there, and look at that. It took that core right out of there, that little stem and middle. So you got your pear, looky. Well, I didn't trim it all the way, but this pear is the way that I will do them, since they're so easy to do that way. And I'll cook them in a simple syrup. Now, with Tom, I'll probably have to do just plain simple syrup, not my red hot tamales. I was telling Fiona from a friend of mine in Ireland, when I was little, I was in second grade. Yeah, second grade. And my mom took us a mile to school. She showed us 2 different routes. And she told us to stay on that route and don't get off of it. And every once in a while, take the second route. So, I remember the one route that she showed us always went by the penny candy store. And there was this little boy. He was a lot shorter than me. I'm sure he's grown up by now because boys has growth spurts. But he was a lot shorter than me. His name was Dennis. And he would make a good Dennis Menace. But he wasn't rowdy like him. But for some reason, he really admired me. And he lived down the street by the Hocking River when we lived on Thomas Avenue in Lincoln. So he would come home and carry my books. Like, I didn't want him to, but he would say, let me carry your books. And we would stop at that penny candy store. And I know they got one in Wellston, but I think the candy's 5 cents now, but it's still like the penny candies. And hi, Kathy. And so they always had like a jar of, candy or whatever. And he always bought me these hot tamales. And they were a penny a piece, or I think you got 2 for a penny or something like that. And he'd always have a quarter with him. And he'd buy me hot tamales. We'd stop at the penny store. I wouldn't be able to find him now if I had to, because I can't remember even what his last name was. But that made me think of him. And we went to, I think, 2nd and 3rd, and then 4th grade, we was just only friends in 2nd and 3rd. I think he got smart. But anyway, memories. You know, one little piece of hot tamale can make you think of a memory. Hi, Pamela. How are you? You doing good? But just remembering coming home, you know, from school and stopping at that penny candy store and getting these. And I took my mom to Kroger's and we picked up, you know, we was looking at the candy. We always got to go through the candy and look. And I eyeballed them. So my mom would really like to eat these. She just loves, you know, pears and apples and bananas. But if you have any suggestions on what I should do with these, let me know, because tomorrow I'm going to plow into them. And I'll eat all these goodies here. This one hasn't been cut, so. But like I said, if you look on, this says 94417 USA. If you look that up on Google, you'll find out a lot about these. Mom's always, well, look at the tag, look at the tag, look at the stamp. But they are USA. And mighty, mighty good. So Dot, if you're on here, go ahead and try to make some sauce with that. You know what? If you had apples, I don't know, you know, how that would turn out. I've never done it. You could even put an apple in it. Now, my husband likes these beautiful yellow apples, and I always get them for him. And he'll eat them. He eats them at night. So maybe you might try some apple and pear and give it a different little texture. Hi, Pam. How are you? I'm trying these red pears out. I told somebody I'd get on here and do this. And they are really good. I'm going to put a couple in the refrigerator. It would make a beautiful snack at night. Cold, refreshing snack. As far as cooking them, I don't think I'll have to cook them very long either. Easy to peel. And I will do some red ones because I'm excited about that. I want to see what you could use. Red Hots. I think I've got some in there from when I done apple butter. But you could use them and try it. But I will show you the end result, you know, when I do it. And we may just try to do it together. It's just up to you guys. But anyway, that's what you can do with them. And I apologize for not ever seeing a red. I've never seen a red one. Mom said you don't see them around much. She said if you see them, get them because they're high in benefits and they're good. She said they're the Cadillac of the pear. So you know I'm going to have to take her some. So give me a thumbs up if you got any. If you didn't, you know, give me some hearts, comments. Let me know what you would do with them. Because tomorrow I'm going to have to decide exactly what I'm going to do with them. I'm only going to save a few for us to eat fresh. Because we can't eat all of them. So anyway, are you for the hot tamale? The regular simple syrup? Just eating them like this? Or Fiona, if you see this later, I know her time. Yeah, I still count on my fingers. It's 11 o'clock in Ireland, so she's probably resting. But if you see this, give me an idea. Yeah, Kathy, that's what I want to do. I mean, they're so refreshing. But we have a whole roaster full. You know, I bought a big square roaster the other day in Lancaster at a thrift store. It was in a granite square roaster, and Tom's got that thing full, okay, full of pears that people gave me. She brought a box, and it had 5 or 6. I didn't even count them. The box was pretty full. And she said, what you don't want, I'm taking to Indiana. So I was afraid to take too many because I never know what I'm doing. You know, I don't know from one day to the next if I'm going to have time to do it. But yes, Kathy, that's what I suggest, because if you eat them just like this, they got a lot of benefits. You don't have the extra added sugar syrup, and just stick them in the refrigerator and just eat them as you go if you ate one a day. I like that snap with the peel on it. So down here, Kathy, they're always giving food away. And I never go get it because, like up at the fairgrounds and stuff, because people bring me stuff that they don't want or they can't. You know, a lot of people don't can anymore. They don't. And I have got so many onions, they're starting to grow. The green part's starting to grow. But I seen last night on our half-acre homestead that Bev Foley was making something. I was watching her make something. I always sit down at night and try to watch her, what she makes. And I mean, I'll watch 5, 6 years ago. Just whatever. But she was cutting the green part of the onion off that was sprouting out, because she said when that starts sprouting like that, it takes away from the onion. So what she did is she cut the green part where all that was fresh and used it in her recipes or whatever she was doing. I forget. She was making something. I think I was watching her make some shepherd's pie and spaghetti and meatballs, I believe, or something like that. But when I seen that, I thought, no wonder, you know, when they start sprouting, the inside of the onion has circles in it, you know, dark circles. So I'm going to take the ones that are like that, because I've got so many people was giving me, and cut them. I've got like 7 or 8 that has the green. Cut that up, dehydrate it. Sitting here eating and talking. And then I'm going to just go ahead and dehydrate the rest of them onions, because I've got some dehydrated. I'm going to have to do something this week. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to work on these pears. But Kathy, they would be good. I hope that you get some. I hope that they give them out everywhere. So the way she showed to do these are perfect. Okay? Perfect. Now I'm going to have to take and eat these. I got that. I've got that one. And I've got this one. Oops, I didn't do that one. Well, let me show you again. Bev Foley on our half-acre homestead on YouTube. You can get a lot of knowledge there. Okay, she said, I think she took a baller like this and just went up like this. Took that right out of there. Look at that. Took that stem out of there. Then she took the end off like that. I didn't go deep enough. But then you got your you've got your pear that you can cook just like that, or put on your plate and eat just like that. See? Perfect. So that's what I'm going to have. My daughter brought me this from work. Well, when she got off work. And I'm sure somebody knows what to do with these too. There was an elderly lady that lived down the road from us when I lived at the cabin. And she made apple jelly with peels. She showed me. I was so young, I don't remember everything about it. But she made them with apple peels. So, there's the tag. It says CHELAN USA 94417. That's where you find out about this stuff. Thank you, Mother. Again, when all else fails, I call my mother. So God bless you all. Remember, God is good all the time. He's brought us through the valleys and He's brought us through the hills. He's there all the time. I'm going to go eat my pears now. And I hope you all have a good evening. And we'll see what we're going to do with all this fruit. And then get busy on the onions too. So God bless you. Love you all. Hmm.